Hello, adj145 class. I wanted to make this video as I see Module 3 is quickly approaching with the due date of February 26th, and I wanted to just speak as to the assignments that are due. Just like your previous modules, there are two assignments or two graded assignments due with these modules, and no different. There is no difference between chapters 1, 2, and 3, so there's going to be a discussion board question and also a test. The test just is in the same as the previous models. You're going to find the test questions embedded inside of the study guide, so as long as you complete the study guide, you shouldn't have any issues whatsoever with completing the test. So complete the study guide, study the study guide, and you shouldn't have any issues. If you have any issues in regards to the study guide or the testing process, please don't hesitate to contact me. As far as the discussion boards, here again, this module is going to cover chapters 8, 9, and 10, and inside of the text, the focal points of chapters 8 through 10. The first is going to be graduated sanctions, and what graduated sanctions are. A sanction is a punishment, and graduated essentially means it's gradual in nature. So if you think about, as you progress through school, you went through 1st, 2nd, 6th, 10th, 12th grade, and then you graduated. So you're continuing to move up higher. And a sanction, as aforementioned, is a punishment. So as you think about, what are graduated sanctions, and as they are applied to probation and parole, it's when the individual continues to violate the terms of their probation. For instance, they continue to fail drug tests. Maybe their first failed drug test, the probation officer gives them a verbal warning. Second, maybe a verbal warning, and also give them some community service. And then maybe on their third or subsequent, third, they might recommend them for counseling. And then fourth, end up filing a violation with the court, which could subsequently land the parolee or probationer jail time. So as you can see, with each sanction or each failed incident, the sanction gets more stringent over the course of time. The other prevalent topic that was addressed in chapters 8, 9, and 10 was the economics behind the restorative justice model. So the restorative justice model is, as it sounds, is to restore both victims and communities, and the justice system attempts to do this in a few different ways. Firstly, they can assign restitution when an individual commits a crime, so it's restoring or making a victim whole again. So take, for instance, if someone was to injure someone, then they would have hospital or doctor bills. The person accused or found guilty of the crime would be responsible for paying for those bills. But it's just not always financially. Sometimes it's individuals can be ordered to give back for doing community service, which acts as making the community whole again. So that's where the restorative justice piece comes in with both individuals and community. So that closely relates to the discussion board. It also relates back to the special assignment. And if you read the special assignment, you'll see that it was actually a case that I worked. It was several young individuals that had drug out or obstructed some railroad tracks, and it ended up resulting in a train derailment, which cost Norfolk Southern over $1 million actually to get the train back on the tracks. And so it's really interesting to look at how the judge would deal with this situation, because as you think about it, you can't order the family to pay back several $100,000. I guess you could, but you would never get it. So it was very interesting to see how the judge dealt with this, from a restorative justice standpoint, whether it be from court fines, restitution paid to Norfolk Southern, and also community service. So that's certainly something you should think about when you completing your special assignment. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, whether it be voicemail, call, text, by email, whichever is most comfortable for you. I certainly want everybody to reach out and communicate with me if you have any questions. and I look forward to speaking with you in the near future. Thank you.